Hi everyone, welcome to the SIG Autoscaling meeting. We have a few items on the agenda. I think the first one is from Ben and so I'm not sure what your name is, but around the maximum number of nodes per zone pull request, which is still waiting for the review.
Yeah.
Other than pinging, do we have something we want to discuss around this?
No, we just wanted to raise it again because we've been waiting a while.
Yeah. Sorry for not doing the review earlier. I'll try to pick it up, and I'll also talk with other people to see if we can get someone doing this.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. Again, really sorry about this. Right, I have a next topic which I wanted to mention. So there is one pull request that I've reviewed going into cluster autoscaler. And the goal here is to stop terminating cluster autoscaler loop after encountering provider side error, such as stockout error. We've noticed that this has been a major performance problem in cluster, which have a lot of node groups that encounter stockouts, and we end up losing a significant percentage of cluster autoscaler runtime to basically just breaking loops early, waiting for those errors to clean up. I'm bringing this up because there is a chance. I don't think it should affect any particular provider, but also I can imagine some provider making some sort of assumptions around this. So I just wanted to basically bring up this particular change and ask if anyone sees any potential problems. I was particularly thinking in terms of maybe AWS provider and the placeholder instances it creates. Based on what I know about this code, I don't think it's going to encounter any problems. But if someone thinks it might appreciate an update.
I'll need to. I've not had the chance to have a look through yet and remind myself the AWS code. I have a suspicion there might be some interaction where we might need to make some changes, but I wouldn't want to say definitively.
Yeah, I was under the impression that the implementation that was proposed at some point that specifically relied on doing stuff next loop, that there was recently a discussion around this. Like that would be affected, but I think the one where we finally gone with, I thought would work fine. But again, I don't have a way to test it, and I don't feel like an expert. So I tagged you, and yeah. So if you could have
David. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's all I had on this. And of course, if any other providers feel like that could be a problem, please let me know either here or on the Slack or just directly on the pull request. I put it in the meeting notes. Yeah, the next item I see is from Shubham.
Yeah, hi everyone. I just need some comment from Guy if he's free in this week. So please take a look, Guy. That will be helpful if you're free in this week.
I should have some time this week, or this weekend potentially, but before next.
Thank you, Guy. Thank you so much.
Okay, I think that's everything we had on the agenda. Does anyone have any items you'd like to raise? It's outside of those.
Like hi, regarding the cluster autoscaler release, like Kubernetes release is going to on 13 August. So when we are planning of it, like every time we delay some week or something like that. So if we do in advance, that will be good. Yeah.
Yeah. So in general, kind of on technical side, we have a dependency on
Yeah.
Kubernetes
Cluster
actually
autoscaling.
releasing, because we want to vendor the released version.
Yes.
So I think
yes,
we
yes.
are planning for a delay, but ideally we should aim for like a week or less of delay.
Yeah.
I'll take a look and try to make sure it's
Yeah.
not more.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So it's planned on 13th is the current timeline? Or?
Yeah, Kubernetes is on 13 August.
Yeah, I think we need to internally figure out who's going to build this, but I would expect to kind of aim for probably around 20th for cluster autoscaler, just to have some buffer in case there is any problems and time to run some tests.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for bringing this up. Do we have any other topics?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So hello, I think it's my first time to this meeting. So hi to everybody. I'm Plamen from SAP, and I think it's mostly I just wanted to ask from things that you discussed, I guess last week. And I saw that there was an entry from Ismail, the commits that he is currently doing about wiring contexts for the admission controller, and yeah, just in general contextifying and yeah, trying to improve a little bit the VPA code regarding to one issue that we encountered where the leader election from the updater, for instance, could not from the updater, but from the VPA admission could work, but the updater would evict pods, and those pods would get they wouldn't get their recommendations applied due to some client rate limiting. So I wanted to ask if you talked about this last week, if we have to wait for Marco, for instance, to come back into office to review those PRs, or whether somebody would have capacity to review them now. Maybe I could just mention exactly which ones I mean.
I don't think we have any of the VPA reviewers today on the call, so this is hard to answer. I can we have one of the I think reviewers from Google. I can ping them internally. But beyond that, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we discussed the actual PRs, which were still open in detail last week. We were mostly focused on discussing cutting the release for 1.2.
Okay, I see. Thanks for the updates.
Okay. Do we have any other topics? Doesn't look like we do, in which case thanks everyone. I'll try to look at those cluster autoscaler pull requests this week, and thanks everyone, and have a good week. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.